Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone. My name is Muhammad Faishol Afandy, student number 56, and I will explain about writing. What is writing? Writing is the process of using symbols such as letters of alphabet, punctuation, and space to communicate thoughts in a readable form. Writings also the process and often heavily influenced by constraints of genres, which it has to be present in learning activities. Besides that, writing is one of the productive skills which sometimes is difficult for students, especially in writing a foreign language. Well, this is because when students want to write something in a foreign language, they should have a lot of information, a lot of ideas, a lot of thoughts in their mind, so that they will be able to express the informations into a sentence, maybe a paragraph, an essay. The writings activity is the main activity of compositions. The writing should be systematic and detailed. A knowledge or a study about a good writing or how to write a composition is much needed. Well, there are 5 elements in writings. The first element is a content. The second is organizations. The third is vocabulary. The fourth is language use, and the last one is mechanics.
Hello guys, my name is Azizah. Here I would like to explain about the mechanism. To apply the writing assessment, for the first, the teacher will give a writing assignment to our students to make a narrative text based on their personal experience in holiday, with limited words like 300 words or more. After that, the students will submit it, and we, as the teacher, will score it based on the criteria of scoring. As we know, the students can develop their abilities by evaluating their own writing. So, in the next meeting, the students will evaluate their own work, assign their own score, and write brief notes explaining why they think their score are accurate. Then, after we score each article, we and the students can discuss and show up the scoring rubric for the students to know why their score might be different.
Okay, my name is Ahmad Zakiyul Murtado, and I will continue the presentation about our strategy of our writing assessment. The first is make sure students know what the criteria for good writing is. Good criteria has first, ideas that are interesting and important. Ideas are the heart of the piece, what the writer is writing about, and the information he or she chooses to write about it. And then, organization that is logical and effective. Organization refers to the order of ideas and the way the writer moves from one idea to the next. Voice that is individual and appropriate. Voice is how the writing feels to someone when they read it. Is it formal or casual? Is it friendly and inviting or reserved or standoffish? Voice is the expression of the writer's personality through words. And then, word choice that is specific and memorable. Good writing, use just the right words to say just the right things. And then, sentence fluency that is smooth and expressive. Fluent sentences are easy to understand and fun to read with expression. And then, conventions that are correct and communicative. Conversions are the ways we all agree to use punctuation, spelling, grammar, and other things that are make writing consistent and easy to read. And then, B. Explain to students how their writing will be scored. Students should know how you will be scoring their work and how to interpret the score. For example, a student who receives a 100 score composition should know what the score means and on what criteria it was based. And then, C. Evaluate the writing process, not just the final product. Writing is a process of steps from the idea to the finished manuscript. Students will improve their writing as they improve their ability to complete each step in the process. An assessment of students' writing that includes a review and discussion of each step will help students understand what works in their writing and why it works. And then the last is provide opportunities for feedback. Whenever possible, we give students feedback about their writing to help them understand their strengths and weaknesses and identify what parts of aspect of their writing need to be improved. Providing frequent feedback can also be valuable in helping to identify patterns of growth, providing direction for a student's individual development, and helping students improve their abilities to assess their own work and respond to the writing of others. Feedback may be provided in writing or in conversation during a conference with the students. Different kinds of feedback may also be provided through peer assessment.
Hello everyone, Riza in here. My friend already told to you about kind of authentic assessment in writing. Now I will explain how we are assess this authentic assessment with our rubric in here. But before, I will explain to you what the authentic assessment what the scoring that we have used in here. There are second assessment in here, authentic scoring assessment in here. First is about the holistic scoring. Holistic scoring is give a student a single or overall assessment score for the paper as a whole. And the second is the analytic scoring provides second is analytic scoring. Analytic scoring provides student with at least a rating score for each criterion. Though after the rubric for analytic scoring offers teacher enough room to provide some feedback on each criterion. So in overall, holistic scoring is maybe just one page, one table, but has 1, 2, 3, 4 score. But in the analytic scoring, if we are maybe that its criterion has our score in here. Like theme is from range score 1 until 4, about the grammar and 1 till 4. But in the holistic scoring, we have just maybe with one single title, but with the overall scoring in here. So one paper just has range 1 until 4 score in here. Do not have its criterion in here. So the rubric that we are using is we are using analytic scoring in there. I will show you the rubric. This is the rubric. This is the rubric that we have got from several sources in the Google, but we already discussed it and we revised it into the narrative score, the narrative scoring in here, that it will be more specific to assess student about their narrative writing in here. So in the first, this orients and engage the reader with the range 1 until 4, the dramatic techniques, sequence of events, conclusions, organizations, and transitions, and mechanics in here. Mechanic is about the spelling and grammar in here. So, like I will explain to you that like the orient and engage the readers needs improvement. If there is a student that gets one score, the explanation is doesn't engage or orients the reader. The situation is unclear, the narrator is not introduced, and the characters are poorly developed. And second is fair, third is strong, and excellent for. And you can see it in this paper. Now, that. So this is all of our presentation. So I think this enough, and that's all. Thank you. Have a nice day.